Hello, Block Buddies. This is a new episode of Block Content, and this is our brand new show called An Odd Odyssey Theory, where we discuss all the new Super Mario Odyssey news. And as you guys know, I am so excited about Super Mario Odyssey. It's the new Super Mario, 3D game. But there's a little bit of a difference here as opposed to 3D World or something like that, because the official infographic actually recognizes the difference between what they call progression-oriented games like Super Mario Galaxy, like Super Mario Galaxy 2, 3D Land, and 3D World, and the more, sandbox exploration style of the 3D Super Mario series. Or, as Miyamoto himself actually said, it was casual, and core games. So Super Mario Odyssey is considered to be a core game, which, makes a lot of us really, really happy. I'm so thrilled that Nintendo is diving again into this big sandbox kind of world. And there is a new theory today. I've had some time to look at the trailer, I think about 10 more times. Because the trailer is amazing and I can't stop looking at it. There's so much information there. And there was even another video released today which actually showed Mario's full moveset, which is really cool and has a lot of tiny secrets in the background too, which I will get into later. But right now I want to talk with you guys, not just to you guys, but with you guys. So be in the comments, join the discussion, join the analysis here. I want to talk with you guys about Super Mario Odyssey's seemingly hub world, right? So the idea could be that there are multiple hub worlds in this game. But right now, the main hub world is called New Donk City. No, it's not New Dank City. It's not New Dong City. It's New Donk City, and it looks amazing. I mean, it's like Mario in GTA, but, the humans kind of look a little bit cartoony, and a lot of hate has come from this. A lot of people compare it to Sonic Adventure. I love Sonic Adventure, and I love how this game looks too. I mean, Mario in the real world, sign me up. I wanna be, head first into this game. I just want to play it. But New Donk City, I mean, the name of New Donk City, it is actually from Donk, as in Donkey Kong. New Donkey Kong City. So I was just kind of looking around and seeing, where can I find, Donkey Kong kind of references? Because the city won't be just named New Donk City, right? It would just have some sort of resemblance to Donkey Kong. So today's theory is, why is it called New Donk City, and what is going on with Donkey Kong references in Super Mario Odyssey? So as far as I know, Donkey Kong was never a prevalent part in any 3D Mario game. He was never, mentioned. He was never a playable character. He was never a boss. And it seems like they're kind of dragging that franchise into something like the Super Mario 3D games, which is really cool. I mean, Yoshi is now part of the fray too, ever since Super Mario Sunshine, which I'm very happy about. And now it might be time for Donkey Kong to join the fray as well. So, New Donkey Kong City. I found a couple of things. A couple of these things are very noticeable for all you guys who pay a lot of attention. Things like on the taxi cabs, there's actually on the license plate, it says 1981 ND. So ND is probably New Donk, New Donk City. It will say LA or something like in LA. But 1981 was actually the date when, the game Donkey Kong was released, which is really cool. I'm actually extremely excited for what this entire game brings, because it's just something really special to see a big hub world finally get back into the Mario fray. So I'm very happy about that. But the references don't necessarily end there in this big sandbox, because there's actually, a lot of references to DK characters. There are streets named after characters in the Donkey Kong universe. So we have Dixie Street, which of course is named after Dixie Kong, which is the girlfriend of Diddy Kong, which is Donkey Kong's nephew, if I am correct. And then there is Cranky Avenue. And Cranky Kong in particular is a very unique character to the Donkey Kong universe. It's the old, Cranky Kong. And Cranky Avenue, so is, could we maybe find these characters in those streets? I don't necessarily think so, but it's funny to think about that. What if they make cameo appearances in that game? That could be really cool. Talking about Cranky Kong, I think it's really cool because Cranky Kong has been said to be the original Donkey Kong, right? Way back when. So it's really cool. that they're bringing, this sort of entire really, timeline-oriented story from Mario back into the games. It kind of seems like that. Anyway, there's also references to Diddy Kong, and there are Diddy Kong references all over the billboards, and I can't make up most of the text, but just having Diddy mentioned there is also a really cool tidbit right there. If you see any more signs like this in the city, please comment and let's analyze this thing. So what I thought was really peculiar about this, there is a Donkey Kong theme in the city with a name, New Donk City, but it's not very DK themed. It does not have anything, really themed to the Donkey Kong franchise or Donkey Kong Country as a whole. I mean, it has no jungle-like areas. It has no images of the Kongs anywhere. I mean, you start to think in terms of a theory, what could this mean? Is this entire city, this place, is it dedicated to Donkey Kong? Is it some sort of monument, like they have the Superman monument in Batman v Superman or something like that? Did he once, save the city from big harm? I mean, an entire origin about Donkey Kong, as sort of a King Kong, saving the city from a Godzilla-like, big Bowser character. That would be amazing to see. It's something that I've always kind of wondered about. DK is supposed to be this big brute, but is a hero, and maybe there is some sort of King Kong versus Godzilla theme. So maybe he once saved the city from Bowser, and that could be why the city is named after him, and all the streets are named after his friends and his family members. So did he once save the city? I mean, does he still, live and hang out in Congo jungle? Or, here's another crazy thing. Will he maybe be the mayor of New Donk City? Will the mayor of New Donk City maybe be Donkey Kong? And if so, I mean, he would probably be a hero. He would probably be just an NPC that you talk to, maybe someone to give you a mission or send you to a level for something, which would be really cool. But I was thinking, in terms of, Bowser has this unique outfit that looks really cool, the white suit with a white hat. Maybe Donkey Kong has an outfit of himself. I mean, he already has a tie. He could have, maybe a hat, because the game is centered around the idea of hats. Crazy Caps is one of the stores. Mario can throw his hat. His hat is sentient, has eyes. Bowser has hats. All the enemies have hats. So there is some sort of theme going on there. Maybe DK can have a very cool hat, like a mayor hat that would really fit him well with the tie and maybe a vest or something. But if he's not a good guy, maybe he is a bad guy still. I mean, Mario and DK have such a big history of fighting, have such a big history, with Pauline and, kidnapping the princess. He was the original Bowser, you could say. He was the original bad guy. So, maybe he won't be exactly helping Mario out on an adventure. Maybe Donkey Kong in Super Mario Odyssey is a boss. So maybe, you can see the girders in the background of the city where, there is construction. And as you know, those girders are very, important in the actual game where Donkey Kong is from. So, it's those red girders, those thick girders that there's also a Smash Brothers level themed after that. And it would just be amazing if you fought DK on those girders somewhere. I mean, that would look amazing. And it would, be finally the 3D battle we've been waiting for. Mario versus his, nemesis. I mean, DK is his friend sort of in the later games, but he's still, it's still this big rivalry that's never really been completed. He's still fighting DK of sorts in the Mario versus Donkey Kong series. I mean, it's called Mario versus Donkey Kong. So I don't think anything is resolved, but it could be in this game in New Donk City. That'd be really cool. So Donkey Kong showing up in Super Mario Odyssey seems like a really big possibility. So maybe there is history there, maybe there is not. Will he be a boss character, or will he just simply stay an NPC? Who's to say? I think it would be really cool. Maybe Bowser sort of, there is a theory going on that these rabbit characters that we see in the trailer that have their own airship, Bowser has very similar clothing to those guys, so maybe those guys are the actual bad guys of the piece, and they brainwash Bowser sort of, to for their own sinister goal or something like that. So maybe the rabbits are the real mastermind, which is really funny because of that leak about the rabbits in Mario game, and now we have rabbits in a Mario game. Maybe that was lost in translation somewhere, but I'm just thinking maybe they also brainwashed Donkey Kong, and that's how we get our bad guy brainwashed Donkey Kong in Super Mario Odyssey as a boss. I mean, we've seen tons of original bosses in the trailer alone, so I mean, Donkey Kong wouldn't be all that out there. He would look amazing in that style. The animation style, the cutesy visuals are so amazing, and the detail is just spot on Mario's mustache and Mario's hair. So seeing those textured, awesome graphics on Donkey Kong in, Super Mario Odyssey would look tremendously amazing. So leave your theory down here in the comments. I will discuss your theories right here on an Odd Odyssey theory brought to you by Blocked Content. Now, if you are new to this channel, it's okay. Press the subscribe button. You'll become part of our family, and it means you'll get, like a newspaper, you'll get every video that we make right there on your doorstep. And for all things, Super Mario Odyssey, Nintendo Switch, it's right here, there's always more Nintendo Switch news right around the corner. Thank you guys so much for watching.